Hi, Divine Rebels, coming to you with a message here, Bohemia with Bohemian Stars and Ocean Heart Readings. And I did a poll today, so you're having a sneak peek. This is one of the new decks that we got in. I did mention it on the live that it would be coming. It came a day early. This is the Afro Goddess Tarot. And I did this spread that comes in the deck. It's one of the 3-card spreads. They list many different 3-card options. If you've done tarot for a long time, you know that there's so many different ways to do a 3-card spread. So this one is what the problem is, what not to do, and what to do. And it just rang so true in so many different ways that I could feel that it was definitely a collective message to share. So, and I do want to share, I already did the thumbnail for this because I've been sitting meditating with these cards for a long time, getting my own personal messages, collective messages, downloads about things, the whole thing. I even have my food. Y'all know I love my food. I have my food on standby. So, I'm willing to let it get a little cool to come and give these messages, okay? But I'll still get my Empress on afterwards and nom. But yes, I was doing the cover photo, and as you can see, it has African mother and child, which is so beautiful, and the font that it chose itself was Ubuntu, which is about like love and respect. So I was like, oh my god, it just, a lot of synchronicities. So yes, taking care of each other. So the message here that we have death in the position of the situation. We have the God of Swords, which is the King of Swords, reversed in the position of what not to do. And we have the Empress, the glorious Empress, in the position of what to do. So right now, a lot of us are going through, dark nights of the soul, or just very painful situations. I feel like for a lot of us, this could have even dragged on the past 13 months or longer. Could have been the past, a year and a half, 2, even 3 years for some people, that you've been dealing with a certain situation that you've been really wanting deep healing from. I do see a lot of people that have health concerns. I know that was one of mine, literally from pregnancy and a faulty surgery and different things. I'm seeing that a lot in the collective. Physical healing needed to be made. Some people who are really wanting to have children and have not been able to, some that have lost a child. So a lot of different circumstances for all of us. I'm also seeing matters of the heart and waiting for relationships that didn't work out, even friendships. I have a big love of friendships. That Aquarius in my chart, so friendships can be just as heartbreaking as losing someone or a dissolution of a romantic relationship. And so I'm seeing a lot of change. Some of you could have went, from high school to college to high school, college to the real world, or college to the real world, college to trade school, any of those transitions. And it's just been a lot of grief and a lot of pain. Some of you have been working through actual deaths of others, and some of you it has been just the spiritual death of becoming woke and realizing how awful some things can be, right? There can be a burden with knowledge and with wisdom, knowing what's going on in this realm and seeing it. And so right now, the space we're in when you get this reading is for the next few days, now to within the next 3 days, is to take a little breather. The method to get what you want and to heal and to move forward is not through more destruction at this point. Now, I am definitely, we're called Divine Rebels on this channel. We definitely handle our business. We're tear down any systems, cut loose, anyone who's abusive, that kind of thing. But sometimes we need to take care to heal the wounds that we have as we've been in battle, right? And to give ourselves some resting space and give ourselves going back to the drawing board and re-strategizing and recreating, reseeding the land that we've just taken the plow to. And that is very, very necessary right now. So if you guys have been resistant to rest, if you've been resistant to the idea of recreating yourself, the answer right now in this moment for you to change the energy of the situation, even if it looks like the power lies outside of you. For instance, people have been getting paperwork. Maybe you've gotten notices of eviction. You've been turned down for a loan or for an expansion on your business. You have been heard something shady from people who were supposed to be friends or networking. You've had legalities, court dates, things of that nature, where it seems like other people have the power. But this is reminding us that the power is within the people. The power is within our very own creation selves. So when we were at Standing Rock, one of the unchis, one of the grandmothers told us that all of us right here that have the ability to have children, we could change the world in one generation just by raising our children right, by creating the seeds of the future, and just completely shift the entirety of the world. And so this is going back to the root of our power, the absolute root, the grassroots of our power. We may feel like we have things that are out of our control. For instance, the situation with migrant children, I'm seeing a lot of activists, a lot of thank you so much, and it just getting to the point where, what can I do right now? Well, sometimes we have to take a moment. We have to heal ourselves a bit, give ourselves time to process some PTSD, or to just see what is most needed. Because just going out as a savior and barking and chopping without consideration of who we're trying to protect and nurture and save isn't healthy, right? That's like a surgeon going in because they're an amazing surgeon, but they don't even know if someone needs heart surgery or brain surgery. We have to listen to those that we nurture and help. So the idea is to listen to our own bodies right now, listen to our children, listen to our art. Let the things around us that we're trying to create speak and tell us what they truly need. Listen to those that we are out here trying to heal and protect in the world. Okay, so for instance, there was with the migrant children, they have the father and daughter that passed away, and people are just using the images of their dead bodies however they want, because they want to express and they're mad and they're angry, but they never got permission from that mother, that wife who is left, from that other child who is going to have to see those all over. They took that power away. So things like that, right now it's a good time to bite back on our words and to think about the ramifications of the power we want to have and we need to speak. It's a good time to sit in more silence and truly let the nurturer in us speak, and to let the voice of others speak, the more passive energies, to see what do the people that we want to nurture, the world that we want to grow, what does that world really need from us? What does Mother Earth really need from us right now? Okay? Because, for instance, sometimes we need to go and yell at somebody and, talk to the manager. And sometimes we need to go and give the person who was wounded a hug and show solidarity and let them know that we're here. So there's differences. And the same is for yourself. Maybe you've been working on manifesting from the mind and thinking your way through and all of that, and it's just gotten too much. Your mind is too loud. It's becoming to the point that you're being negative with yourself, overcorrecting, trying to stay positive, and it's just being harmful. I'm seeing for some people, it's been hard to step out of self-harm. It's been hard to, continue on the path of healing. And sometimes it could just be the overly focusing on it and feeling like we have to do things other people's way, like, oh, if you think this, you're wrong. If you think this, you're right. When it comes to like manifesting, when it comes to law of attraction and all of that, sometimes we can get too much following like one guru or something who has a certain method that works for them, but that doesn't work for us. So this is not a time to ignore the things that are going wrong, just to listen better and to apply healing balm to those that are hurting, okay? So yes, think more, again, using migrant children. Please do everything you can to help migrant children and families and those in need, marginalized communities. But this could be the time that we start thinking about, okay, the people that are coming in, how do we help them? How can we go and nurture them? How can we provide them food and water? How can we go to meet them, to welcome them, and provide them safety? Just as much as we've been, doing the political stuff, the online stuff, and everything. Wounds need both things to heal. You can't just stay in a place of surgery and never apply the medicine, never wrap the wound, never give it time to thrive in the body to heal. And so those are the messages here, is to step back from deconstructing and demolishing and demoing everything in your life and your relationships and the world around you, even if it was very good to do, because the death card shows change does need to happen. But right now, don't push that wound anymore. It can be difficult. I can see, you know, when people have us upset and we're reacting from triggers and we're trying to change, but we're still kind of holding the other person a little bit accountable to, okay, you know, I'm trying to change, so don't trigger me, kind of vibe. And then they don't text us back, they don't message, they're, you know, friend zoning us or whatever we, you know, feel is happening in our mind. It can be so difficult not to lash back because we feel like they're taking our power. And this is saying, don't think that other people take your power, no matter what it is, because if they get you in your mind, they have won. Okay, how can you help and nurture? Harriet Tubman, right? I'll create a whole new railroad. I will be a nurturer. I will create change. I will birth things out. There's always a way. So I feel like a lot of people watching this, you might be in very dire circumstances. Maybe you have to move. Maybe there's been abuse. Maybe you feel like this, you know, I have no hope. This was my last chance. But if you are being pushed out of something, it's more like when our body pushes out a splinter. So like if we get a splinter, it will fester and it will, you know, get messy and gross. But eventually our body will find a way to push it out of our system. And sometimes we need to stop digging at it, because if we dig at it, we push it deeper and then the body can't get it out. And that's the idea now, is look at the ways it can help heal. Okay, you got some essential oils, you got some fresh air, you got some clean water. Look at the things that you can nurture. Remember that vortex of possibility that you are. That's so important to do. So right here, I love this, that this in the book, it says that this goddess has fully embraced, she's chosen to fully embrace the full spectrum of divine feminine energy, and has the chakras balanced right here. You can see the colors on the neck. But the beautiful thing that this deck was like, whoa, it spoke on the fact that, you know, we have the ability here, those that are birthing through wombs and choose that path, to birth out any zodiac sign. Like, isn't that crazy? Like the power of the cosmos. But all of us have sacral energy. All of us have the ability to tap into every sign on our zodiac chart and pull that energy through and birth it out, cosmic things. So our sacral chakra, our solar plexus, and here you even see the heart and the throat chakra, all the chakras of creation meeting with the heart. And that ability that you have, these deep, deep wombs have left deep, deep bowls to fill with everything that you want to create for the harvest season to come up. And so the answer is yes, you can thrive. You might suddenly move and feel like you have nothing, but you will suddenly be in your own power. You're not going to be under an oppressive thumb anymore. And the idea is to take away the power that you feel in your mind, or that the society or whoever is giving somebody else. This is grassroots. This is power to the people. This is power to our bodies. This is power to knowing know your own body. Okay, and you know what your transformations are. Some of you are going through a lot of transformations, whether it's pregnancy or transitioning or weight loss or gain. Like, knowing who you are and what you need. This is knowing each other. And I got the big message about being a nurturer for others. When it comes down to it, are you someone that others can go to? See, sometimes others know we'll fight for them. It's kind of like, yeah, you'll die for me, but will you live for me? Are you safe space for those around you? Are you a nurturer protector as much as you are a talk shit protector, right? Because some people, they'll talk shit for us all day long if we need it. But when we need nurturing, are they safe space? You know, for all of you, I challenge all of the healers, and I want you guys to go out and challenge all these people who are so proud that they're making money off of witchy stuff and having their own stores. Have they announced that their store is safe space for domestic violence victims, for those who are homeless, for migrant families when these raids are happening? This card says we are all, like, this is that all my relations, all respect to everybody. We're all children and human beings here on Mother Earth. So fuck a paperwork that says that you're a citizen and I'm not. I'll be damned, I'm gonna let you be hurt off of someone who's a jerk waving some paperwork, right? And just so you know, there was also citizens. I knew it, but there's citizens also being taken in from that, okay? If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, look up free migrant children, U.S., basically concentration camps happening in the U.S. for migrant families. And migrant means that before people colonized here, this was free land, a free continent, right? That everyone moved freely from, the tribes from South America, North America, Canada is North America, but all of that, right? And it wasn't called that, of course, Turtle Island. So it's just so crazy to be like, we make invisible borders, we make invisible rules, stick to the rules. Some of y'all need to let the rules go. Virgo, Capricorn, Gemini, Aquarius, some Aquarius when it's out of balance, Libra. Get to the heart of things. All right, where's your heart? Where's your heartbeat in things? And you guys have the capability of having a beautiful heart. And sometimes it's the fear of getting put back into this death card that makes us close down, that makes us judge other people's bodies, makes us judge other people. Well, this is why they don't deserve their rights. This is why they deserve to not have a family. This is why they deserve not to have love. Because we feel like in our minds, if we get it down to a formula, then we can figure out how to not do those things. So we can figure out how we can get love and how we can be, 100, how we can get the money, how we can get all of this. It's a very strange, and very harmful, very violent philosophy, but it's a programming we have. So programming is not going to get you what you want. Whatever your situation is right now, and just in general in life, it's going to come from rebirthing yourself and allowing others to rebirth whoever they are, allowing them to rebirth. It comes from decolonizing. It comes from, rewilding ourselves, recultivating ourselves, recreating, expressing, yes, reclaiming, making sure we're in better balance with our astrological signs and energies. But this is so beautiful because all of that deep work, it's not for nothing. All of the things that you've been through, it's like turn it into growth. And then it's not for something. I'll be damned if I'm going to go through something and not learn every freaking drip of wisdom in it. That's how I be. I will sit in that hermit card so long, and sometimes I'll hate it, right? When we get stuck in that hermit card, we feel a little bit like our life is not moving forward or isolated or whatever. I am going to learn every bit of what I can from that situation. I'm gonna flex every muscle, grow every strength, open my heart all the freaking larger. Yes, I sure will. I'll be damned I'm gonna go through something hurtful and have it be waste time. Because that's the thing. If we grow, then all that time that we spent down in the ruts and down in that soil, that wasn't waste time at all. All right, that was contributing to the harvest. So that's how you flip it. You gotta change the mindset. Got to let ourselves come out those cocoons. Yeah, so there's so much beautiful energy. If you're feeling like you're not going to be abundant or you're not going to heal or anything, you have the ability to do so. You have the ability to halt. It's like you could even halt paperwork. You could halt whatever is going on. You can make that change and be that person who stands up in this tender, beautiful, but very strong, very fierce leadership position for yourself. This is taking responsibility for creating your life and even keeping an eye out. The Empress watches all the other kingdoms. For instance, are you someone that the parents and the children in the neighborhood know that you're a safe space? Are you someone that your friends and different people know? Even if, some of us have had these times where we really needed to pull back or we had to cut down our friend circles. We were really going through it. We might have realized that people weren't who we thought they were. And this is saying, go ahead and open back up because you are your safe space. Or that's what you're aiming for here. All right. And you still have all that divine wisdom to carry with you. So focus on those who need to be nurtured, allowing them to have those needs without feeling like that creates a deficit for you. Look, I know that could be hard. I have a toddler. Okay, I can't eat alone, use the restroom alone. We know how it is. All right. Sharing your body, sharing your life, but it's such a beautiful thing and so rewarding. So pay attention to that. Pay attention to yourself when you need to be nurtured, but hold yourself accountable for doing that. Hold yourself accountable for creating your own harvest, and not in a way where you're beating yourself up, in a way where you're capable of flourishing. Any situation, okay, you know what, it's coming down to it. I gotta move. Like me and this landlord just keep bumping heads, and he's trying to do all this slick shit with the paperwork. So you can either one, work it out, and you will be able to. If you manifest that energy and you say, universe, I'm about to stay here, we're about to flourish, that I know this is what's right for me, the universe is going to grant that. And if you say, you know what, I've been so miserable here, this has been ridiculous, I need to let it go, I just don't know how to do the next step, but I'm going to create it, the universe is going to say, oh, let's do it, we about to create it. The universe loves creating something new. All right, Mother Earth loves supporting our energy when we are there for each other and supportive of each other, and in a real way, you know, again, not ignoring any bullshit that's happening, in a real way of honestly showing up for each other, honestly giving each other a seat at the table, you know. So feel confident in blessing the successes of others that you see, and encouraging others to be more nurturing, more proud of themselves, and encouraging others to heal. So a good example, this person would talk shit about how their friend eats, or say rude things and shut them down, and oh, well, you know that's GMO, and you know you're gonna, you know, get fat from that, and you know this. This person would nurture and say, okay, if that's where you're at right now, that's fine. I also have these options if you want some of that, or I'd be willing to, do you want to go try a different restaurant with me? If you're open to it, I'd love to spot you a meal. It's a whole different feel, you know what I mean? So even if we're getting people to a thing that we need. So for the next few days, you know, that we'll get on the warrior sometimes too, but for the next few days, focus on those who need to be nurtured. Focus on those who are the survivors that are coming back into thriving. Okay, that's the thing. I always say that we don't want to leave each other just surviving. We want to help each other to thrive. And so that's what we focus on, and work on that vibration. Focus on healing. Okay, I'm seeing some people gonna rewrap their hair. You're gonna go tend your skin, but even deeper healing too. You're going to look at what you've been feeding yourself, your inner diet. You're going to work on honoring your own cycles of your body, okay, your pH, your hormones, all that. Going to go back to the lab again for the creative arts. Start expressing. Okay, could you be doing something you love? See, I believe we can truly do the things that we love and create the change that we need in this world. As a matter of fact, if all the people that, especially that are in their good hearts, right? If we did what our soul sings for, if we created from that place and just opened it up to be loving to everyone, the world would be fine. It would change, right? So that's what I'm saying. Challenge yourselves, open up your shops, make sure the word's out that love truly lives here, that you're a good neighbor to everybody. Everyone has safe space, and that you are someone who puts people in life and compassion and love and realness and thriving for everyone before any type of BS, you know, laws, litigation, paperwork, whatever the history that's going to be on the wrong side says. All right, whatever negative stories you've been telling yourself that you're rewriting, go ahead and just let them go. And sometimes we let them go by stamping all over that page with kisses for ourselves, by bringing home, you know, fallen flowers that we find that we dry and put within those pages. Sometimes it's hard to throw away the whole book and burn it, right? Find a way to beautify it. Find a way to make it art, okay? It's your story. You can do it your way. All right, so much healing and blessings to you guys. I could literally channel these cards all day long. I wish I had a recording of the visuals and downloads and messages that I was getting, but I know that the right things came out for the right people on this video. This is timeless. So whenever you come back across and you need that reminder, it is okay to stop harming yourself. It's okay to stop deconstructing. It's okay to tend your wounds, to heal, to move forward. And it's definitely okay to start loving people as they need, nurturing as they need, and being open to letting everyone have a seat at the table, okay? So that is what I got for you. I hope you enjoy. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if it resonated, and, you know, like the video, share to a friend, and I'll talk to you soon on another one. Bye.